Good morning and welcome now to Thursday. Well, step 29 rules the day. This is the final test of your emotional maturity and personal composure. And Sensei says I have the tricks to the emotional trade in today's Megascope. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Thursday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a soul vitamin you can take every day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. My modality is psychic astrology, and my personal mission is to stand in my heart and walk in the light. Namaste, my friend, and welcome now to Thursday. Well, today might be a little tough. It is the final step, step 29 of Cancer, the final tested step. You'll be tested on your emotional maturity. You'll be tested on your emotional composure. And don't worry, even if you slip, it's really just a lesson. Today I'm going to have 3 steps to help you get through that emotional test. But first, let's take a look at today's Zodiac weather. This Zodiac weather is for Thursday, July 21st, 2016. Looking at the 5-day moodcast. Tomorrow may be a cloudy day, but at least it's the first day of I Love Leo. Saturday is going to be sunny and I think super joyful. And Sunday's overcast with our first chance of temper tantrums. But today I predict sunny and likely frantic. That's because we're in the final test of our emotional maturity. Now the Great Human Walk is at step 29 Cancer today. That means the ruling channel is channel 11, I Become. And that means the ruling planet is the asteroid Chiron. Now, our emotional focus today is eclectic, and we are all seeking freedom from one another because the moon is in Act 2 of Aquarius. And our mental focus is trying to find the aha moment because Mercury is at step 14, Leo. So, my friend, we are really seeking integrity. We're trying to stay in touch with ourselves. And in your Megascope today, I'm going to give you 3 steps that will help you get through that obstacle. But first, why don't you go steep some tea, and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is a fun one. It's titled Psychic Games. Psychic Games. And this is just sharing with you as some stories about how I came to be aware of my psychic ability. And I've always been aware of it, but there comes a point when you start to get really strong with it. And these are some of the tips I always give everyone who wants to become a little stronger. And what's interesting is I came up with these games so that I could kind of test my psychic abilities. But I now think that I was getting these games inspired by Spirit. But at the time, because I was wondering if I was psychic or not, I didn't realize Spirit was actually giving me ways to test. It was really amazing. So I think that there are development stages to getting to know your gut instinct. And honestly, practice makes master. The more you practice, the more you listen, the more sure you are of what you're receiving. And whether or not you gamble your life or your story on it is another thing. The real first step is just knowing inside yourself that you are attuned to Spirit. So the first is what I call yes-no, the yes-no game. It's very important that you play this game first, okay? You can work through this game, but you should start with this game because a yes-no is so important. In essence, we want to know what a yes is, what a yes feels like inside of us, and what a no feels like inside of us. And so what you do is you ask yourself questions that have a yes-no answer, and then you wait to see what the outcome is. Now, some of the rules to the questions you ask. You can't ask a question that means something to your heart. It has to be something you don't care about whatsoever. Because asking about stuff you care about is a master psychic thing, okay? Like, every psychic's like, I can't read myself. You can. It just takes a lot of focus and calm. So ask about stupid stuff. So for instance, when I'm driving down the street or whatever, I would have been like, is my mom going to call tonight? Yes or no? No. Okay, I got a feeling of a no. Tomorrow, is my boss going to be late to the meeting again? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, we'll see if he's late to the meeting. Is Judy going to throw a tantrum again tomorrow? No, she's not. She's feeling good. And that is not any Judy out there, by the way. I know Judys are out there like, what? No. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the microphone there. So basically you see did it happen or did it not happen? Now, when I say you get a yes or a no, for me, a yes feels like a very positive feeling in my heart, and a no always feels like someone's pulling energy like down through my center. That's how I get a no. It's almost like energy drops out. A no is literally like a vacuum happens, and a yes is like a right? And you have to be quiet and hold space for the answer. So, will this happen? Holding space is kind of like not holding your breath, but you just hold all your consciousness back and don't let any of yourself interfere with the yes or no. You just see what it is. It's a 50-50 chance, so it doesn't matter. Now, what's important is that you really get to identify a yes feeling and a no feeling. Okay, when you're sure of when you're getting a yes and when you're sure of when you're getting a no, then I think you should escalate to the next stage of the games, which is complex outer situations versus just yes or no. All right, so a complex outer situation basically has a yes or a no, but it's more complex. So for instance, instead of a simple, for instance, like, should I take the job? Yes. Well, don't ask for yourself, actually. Ask for someone else. So it'd be like, should my sister leave Ted? No. Okay. And so that's like a private one that's with you. You're watching. Spirit says you shouldn't. Okay, we're going to see. That's a long one. It's complex. And a complex one is like, obviously a lot of factors go into that answer, and who really knows when it's going to happen. So ask your complex yes or no answers next. And then what happens is that if you play this game yes or no for a long time, you continue to listen after the yes or after the no, you're going to find additional information just pops in. So it'll be like, for instance, going back to original questions, it would be like, is my boss going to be late to the meeting tomorrow? No. Or actually, what was the answer? The answer was yes in my first example, right? But like, I'll say yes, he is. So it's like, yes, he's going to be late because his car is going to break down. Like, you'll see his car break down. Like, after I get the yes, I see a car break down. Now, I didn't ask to see a car break down. I didn't call for it. Like it just happened. Is it your imagination? Yes, it is your imagination, because remember, Spirit uses your imagination to draw the pictures. So it would be just how you would imagine a car breaking down. The significance is you didn't right there ask to see a car break down. You didn't say, let me draw a picture of a car breaking down. There was no conscious, logical desire to go out there and draw the picture, which is conscious imagination. Psychic imagination is imagination that comes where psychic awareness comes in, creates a picture. It is exactly as you would draw it. It does have the symbolism that you would use if it was one of your pictures, but you didn't request it. So if you hold on the yeses or you hold on the nos, you might see an image, a piece of additional information, etc. And basically what you learn, I think, as an intuitive empath psychic is to, when the energy comes in, to basically hold, to give it space, to not interrupt, to not think, to just observe, see what comes up, and then process and communicate after you have observed. And then finally, then you can ask stuff for yourself. And this is the hardest one, asking stuff for yourself, because I always got burned. I would be like, Spirit, should I go out with her? No. And I'd be like, no, why not? So I'd argue, you know what I mean? They're like, I'm going out anyways. And they're like, oh my God, she broke my heart. It's like, oh, Spirit's like, see, we told you. So it's like, I think, we'll talk about this another time, but when you start asking stuff that's important to your heart, you may not always like the answer. All right, we need to move on to our Megascope report. This is where I take 3 breaths and stream a little guidance for you today. Okay. So today is a final tested day, and actually, what Spirit wants you to know is that you can't do anything wrong. Remember, you can't. There is no right and wrong. It's all relative. Today is really about, the moon is in Aquarius, first of all, so that means that most people are putting their emotions aside. This is kind of like feeling professional. I think we all feel professional in the moon's in Aquarius, and we can just kind of like be good in church kind of energy, But we're in the last final tested degree of Cancer, so emotions are actually boiling over. So no matter how much you're trying to look good in that suit, I know you're hot and you're sweating your butt skis off, right? So what may happen is that, eruptions, being irritable, lightning storms, shifty mouth, just try to nurture yourself and give yourself what you need. Keep flowing today. Keep acting on your needs. Now, let me give you 3 steps to take with you on your day to help you master your performance today with the motion. Step 1, know how you feel before you go out the door. Know how you feel before you go out the door. That is really keen and important. Step 2, keep things moving today. Keep it moving. Don't stop to worry. Keep things moving. Just keep showing up for your day. Just keep swimming. Step 3, stay in self-integrity today. Love yourself some more, and feel all of that. The focus is to be on you, not on the surfboard. On you. All right? Okay, my friends, so those watch over my personal Sensei service today in your daily Zen, I'm going to introduce you to the inner prince or princess. And we'll talk about that, but you know what that means as a subscriber. And for your eye candy at 3 o'clock, I will give you a little hint on where the prince or princess likes to play here on Earth. And for everyone else, if you're watching me on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at cwateki. And you can also discover stepº29, where you can be the bright star that you really are. Come on down to stepº29. We have a conscious community of light and love. See for yourself. Come any day. All right, my friends, I do want to remind you that I love you. And until next time, live, love, be. There's a secret in your birthday to courage, and courage leads to love. Are you ready to find out the truth? I have the answer. You too can find the truth if you dare. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.